What is up, guys? Sorry for the delay, but we are back with another episode of the Snake Pit with Rattlesnake Roy. This is episode 278. Our guest is Josh Olivo. You may know him as Humble Hustle. Shout out to this fella for coming on, and I'm super excited to share this episode with you guys. If you're from around here and you need some merch done, all kinds of merch, athletic merch. You know, you work outside and you need to work tees. You got a brand you're trying to promote. Anything and everything. Hit this guy up. He does great work. We love doing business with him. And one of the cool things that we're doing June 22nd is we're actually having him out at the Cast Studio C from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. We're doing the live podcast, but he's also going to be out there with his mobile print studio printing Snake Pit Live t-shirts. And the cool thing about this is you get to do it yourself, hands-on. You'll get to print it and make your own. So shout out to him for coming out and doing this. I hope to see you guys out at the live show. Again, that's June 22nd. If you want to do business with him, please do that. Also, check out the Big Pink PP Show, which we're currently dropping every Saturday. Sometimes, depending on our recording schedule, we might drop it on Wednesday as well. And Lords of Film drops every Sunday that we get a chance to record. So check those other two podcasts out. They're part of Snake Pit Studio Network, and obviously this one. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps us out. It's a free and easy way to help us out. Really appreciate it. You can also rate and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the other audio platforms where you listen to this. That's greatly appreciated. Share the live show information with your friends, and I better see you guys out there. Thanks, and we'll hope you enjoy the episode.
Good.
You have to excuse my mispronunciation of your last name. So what is your last name?
Olivo?
Olivo. There we go. It's been a while since you've been on, dude.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about that before I came, and I want to say it's almost 2 years.
Damn. It's
almost.
Do I sound good? All right.
When you came on, you were like doing like the DJ Screw shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
you were in the shed.
That was Chris's first pop-up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably 2 years ago. If not, it'll be going on 2 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You had those really cool jeans.
Yeah.
Damn. And now you have your own store.
Own store.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's so cool. How's it been going, dude? Is it good?
It's been very, very busy. Yeah, I really couldn't have imagined that it would be as busy as it is now.
Do you have somebody working for you now?
Not yet. I have two people that help me out, and they're kind of like on call. So I don't have anybody. I don't tell them when to come in. I just say, hey, I need some help this week, and they'll tell me when they can be there. And kind of like contracting things out. So we've got somebody running the embroidery machine when I can't keep up with it. So then I'll say, hey, come and do the embroidery for me, knock out 40, 50 hats while I do the printing. Then I got another person that comes in and helps clean. So it's kind of a team, but I don't tell them when to come. I just say, what's your availability look like this week, But the next step is going to be to like, hey, I need you here Monday through Friday from 10 to 2, 10 to 3, something like that,
Let me ask you this. What do you think the rise in business for you has been? Because even like other people that I know that screen print and do that, it's been hella busy for them too. Like, do you think it's just more people?
Man, I think everybody needs merch. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. I do stuff for churches. I do stuff for rappers. I do stuff for like businesses. I do stuff for schools, teachers. And I think the social media aspect of it, a lot of people want to show like what it is that they're doing or like what their brand looks like and put a picture to the logo. So I think that's why a lot of people need merch now more than maybe previous years. But I do work for.
Can you move that mic closer?
Yeah, I do work for. You name it, and I've printed for that type of business.
And that's just been like word of mouth?
All word of mouth. I don't pay for any advertisement. I don't pay for any commercials.
Awesome.
It's all just through Facebook. My Facebook is now turned into like my business Facebook, and I just post like my work on there, and then somebody will hit me up and they'll message me and they'll say, hey, I need X amount of shirts. What's your turnaround time look like?
Dang, that's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
And you have this new thing you're doing, a mobile Like, can you tell me about
it's
that?
a mobile print cart. So basically, it takes my shop out on the road wherever we need to be at. So we have some pretty cool stuff lined up with it. I bought it, put it together, and we can basically, the stuff that I do at the shop, I can do at wherever you need me to be. So we have a generator to plug in our heater, but if it's indoors, all I need is an outlet, and then we're live printing whatever you need to be printed, so.
I've never seen anybody do that. It's a cool idea.
I've only seen one person do it, but they're more catered to sororities. So it's kind of like a really closed off thing. It's not more like a community thing. So that's kind of my idea behind it, was just to get involved as many as in many events as we can get into.
And are you capable of printing something like that, or is it more a simple thing?
We can, but I kind of want people to engage with it and do the print themselves.
Oh, okay.
So that way we'll kind of keep it simple on the artwork. It'll be cool artwork, but it'll be really simple, just one color designs. That way it's not too complex for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing,
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. Fuck yeah, dude, you're doing your thing. I seen one of your merch was on the news. What was that?
Oh, yeah, Pete Christie bought it.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Shout out to that dude.
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing. Man, that's so cool. So how's it been running the business like in a store?
It's been good. It kind of legitimizes the business. I didn't like when I would like do stuff for people and then tell them to come to my house and come pick it up, because I was printing out of my shed. So I can't tell them, hey, come to the shed and come pick up your order. You know what I mean? So it really just legitimized everything that I was doing, and it established me as an actual business. So, and people were good when I was printing out of my house. It wasn't like they were, hesitant to go with me, but it just, hey, you can pick up your order Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on your time. You don't have to wait for me to be home. I don't leave it on the porch, stuff like that, So it just kind of establishes you as like, hey, this guy is legit. He actually has a store. So I do trust him if this is my first time going with him,
Yeah, have you had some people walk in that you didn't know about? Like, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, we because we're right there by that Mexican restaurant, so we'll get some people come in. We're by Lubbock High, and we're right off of 19th Street. So every now and then we'll get people that they just seen the print shop, the sign, and they'll come in. They'll ask what it is that we do.
What's that Mexican restaurant right there?
Guadalajara.
Was that the one you're right next to? Shout out to that.
Right next door.
Can you say that?
What?
That word?
Not with the zin in my mouth. How about that? I know this is completely off subject, dude, but have you had birria tacos?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had birria ramen?
No.
I swear by that. That will be the best thing you've ever tasted.
Yeah.
We went to Vegas, and there was a little Mexican place on Fremont, and they had it. Shout out to Jen for getting it. Motherfucker.
It's good.
Oh, my.
It was
Anybody
literally
listening? That's free game for anybody
like
listening.
a cup of noodles. But it had the birria like juice, and it had like the chunks of meat in there.
Did they put a taco in it?
No, well, it was a special, so it was the birria ramen and 2 tacos. So it was.
There's a place that does that here, and I don't know.
That's what
Birria
somebody
ramen?
told me. Somebody told me that. Dave's friend told me.
There's a food truck. I don't know the name of the food truck, but I know that
Well,
there's a.
If anybody's listening right now,
I was literally
I'm
looking
putting
at the
you guys
picture
on
of my
game.
birria ramen today. I was like, oh, I miss you.
Not that Jimenez needs my help, but I told him, yo, get on it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck, dude, it's good.
To find that food truck.
I don't know man. I couldn't even
I'll
guess the
find
name
it.
of it.
Now that I know.
The people that
Find
always
it.
come over on Sunday, he was telling me about it. He didn't know the name either.
Mm-hmm.
With the food trucks, do they? Because I feel like every time for a while when we were doing the podcast, they were in front of where Mr. Gaddy's was.
Well, they do that.
But I feel like they haven't done it there in a while. But when I was driving over here,
I think they do it at home now.
yeah,
like
when
all the time.
When I was driving over here, there was a bunch of them out.
Yeah,
at
there's
home.
like 15 of them. They call it something. I know there's like Midnight Madness or Midnight
Midnight
Cravings,
That's
and that's
pretty good.
normally in like Cardinals. But then now there's this one that's at home, and there's like 15 trucks out there. And today's
Oh, I was like, what do you mean home?
Yeah,
It's this
at
place,
at home, like the
at
bit-
home.
yeah,
this
yeah.
place right here.
Yeah.
I
It used
was
to be
like-
called.
I was like, who's home?
It was Harling? No, not Harling Gardens.
It used to be a
anyways.
Sam's.
Yeah, it was a Sam's.
Nah,
back
it
in
was
the
like
day.
it's gonna bug me. Never mind. Yeah, dude, it's cool to see like all these local people doing their fucking thing. I wanted to ask you. Now it's on my mind. That hat you're wearing.
Mhm.
What is that? That became like a huge thing, right? Like
Yeah.
Like
So the True Brand,
that's what it is.
True Brand did it first out of Dallas, and I mean I could be wrong on this, but I think they've really caught whenever Dak Prescott wore it. So Dak Prescott wore it in a press conference, and it's the upside down backwards Dallas, and that may have like really started off what they were doing.
You did the Lubbock ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one says humble, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
we do
pretty
the
cool.
Lubbock ones. I mean, there's a couple people that do them. I won't say that we did it first or anything like that because honestly I don't know, but we do them in the store, and they sell, man. Like the first time that we dropped them on a weekend, we sold like 30.
What's
Like,
what's the brand of hat that you use?
These are 5-panel truckers. The brand is Port and Company, but the ones that we do, the Lubbock ones, are autos. So that's like that style of hat is kind of like the ones that True Brand and stuff that they use.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I'm pretty particular.
I like
about,
the way that these fit.
Yeah, I'm pretty particular
Yeah.
like how they
That
fit
little,
my
like,
head.
rope on that rim.
So are you selling those?
We have them in the store. Yeah,
Dang.
in the shop.
They give me one of those. I like that one.
You should go check his shop out. It's really nice.
Yeah, I haven't been
Got
there.
some cool
No
stuff.
disrespect.
Cool
I'm gonna need some merch soon, so we'll get on that later. But yeah, man, I was always wondering. Now everybody's kind of doing. I like it. It's cool.
You'll see
cool
it everywhere.
style.
Everybody's like doing their own version
But
of it.
humble fits it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if
You
Snake Pit would fit
kind of
it.
have to fit like. I mean, it can't be like a really long word.
Yeah.
This word works well with it. And then Texas Life, Sebastian from Texas Life. Have you seen his hats? He has a ton of people that wear them that do the Cook's Garage, all those bands. So his logo worked really well with it. He did his own variation of it. So we do some of his merch for him.
Who's this?
His name is, well, the brand is called Texas Life, and Life is spelled LYF and a backwards 3. So if you look him up on Instagram, you'll see a ton of bands that wear his stuff out at like Cook's Garage and stuff.
Have you done any like big bands merch yet?
No. I did some stuff for 806ville, who was doing the tour with Mexican OT. So that's about as close as we got to like, doing stuff for that kind of audience.
That's pretty cool though.
But we did all his merch. It was pretty dope.
Did you meet him? Mexican OT?
No. At first they wanted us to like, well, they reached out to me and they're like, hey, can you print our merch? And we were going to put Mexican OT's face on the merch as well. But then they reached out to Mexican OT and then to his manager. And then they're like, no, we're not going to do that. So they kind of put a stop to that. So we didn't print anything for
He's
like,
pretty
with his
official.
face on. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
I said, fuck it, do it. Anything. I guess he doesn't need the promotion.
No, I don't think so. Well, then he also has his own merch line too. I think they sell at Zoomies now.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Oh shit.
And that was before that. So I'm sure
That's
that they had
probably
some
why.
stuff in line. They're like, no, we're not printing any merch that for one that they don't get a cut out of, which I understood, But it would have been cool to print his stuff and then like
Yeah, like
sell.
no, I think it's cool though because it's like you have like your like fully booming like screen printing business, but then you also have your brand. Like you are a brand, you know what I mean? Like especially
Yeah.
with this like last drop that you did, and I really like your pieces. I don't know, I really really like it, and we kind of have loosely talked about like Ghetto Rodeo and stuff, but I love that it's finally reaching West Texas.
Yeah,
I love it.
what they're doing, like the aesthetic of everything that they're doing, and like the culture and like the.
Yeah. Have you also been keeping an eye on like Born Raised or like Bayasa Boys?
I like Born and Raised, Ghetto Rodeo. There's another one that's very similar to Ghetto Rodeo.
There's
as well.
Bayasa Boys that's really good, and Ghetto Dreams.
Ghetto Dreams, that's the one.
I actually bought those shorts that with the V-tin on it.
Oh, yeah.
Those like boy shirts or whatever. They're really cool
Yeah.
though. But I've been just loving that aesthetic and just even like the styling and the set design for all that. That's why like with the shoot that we did last week, I was just like, oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
I want to get it. I want to get in on that so
Everything
bad.
worked out really perfect, and it's kind of like I don't. Maybe when I was in 6th grade, you go to the flea market and you get all those T-shirts. It was like
No, yeah.
5 for $20 or something. You know what I mean? So like that has always been a thing, and then it kind of faded away, and then now it's like that aesthetic and that like style of printing and that like style of merch is kind of making a way.
And I feel like it's almost like people are like definitely like paying tribute to that now. Because I
Yeah.
feel like when I was younger, it was one of those like, it was like kind of corny to be wearing stuff like that, or it was kind of like, I don't know how to
The
explain
old
it.
heads
Like,
would be wearing it.
like well, no, there was like some shame to it, or even like, with like the really like
I started,
strong like embroidered like Mexico hats
yeah,
and stuff.
so I was kind of like thinking about, there's like a saying, and it's like if you do something and they're like, man, and it's almost, it's in a bad way. It's like, that's so Mexican of you.
But
You know
now
what I
it's
mean?
like, that's
And now
so
it's
good
like,
to be so
yeah.
ignorant and so proud of where you
Yeah,
come
yeah.
from. And that's why I love it. That's why I
Yeah.
fucking love it. Like, yeah.
Been in the streets, dog. Come on now.
No, but I mean, that's what it's,
We've been in the streets. Is what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like, these brands are really cool that are up and coming, especially, like, I love Get a Rodeo for that reason, is because, like, they tell a story of, like, where they grew up from, and they pay homage to that with their set design, with their aesthetics, with the way they style these shoots. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and that's a huge inspiration to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
this last drop you did, it sold out.
Sold out.
Are you doing it again?
I-
The reason I ask,
I don't know.
I hate to say this, I'm asking you for a favor. I want to get my mom a shirt because she really wanted one, but it sold
yeah.
out.
I think that we
Mother's
might,
Day's coming up Sunday, dude.
I think that we might, but and I also think that people were thinking that I was using it as like a marketing ploy, like we sold out, and then I had people like, hey, do you still have any? I'm like, no, we sold out. Like,
That's actually a smart idea.
we really
I'm
don't
gonna
have
start
any
lying.
left.
Did you sell out of, like, just the shirt, or, like, all pieces?
Sold the shirts, all the shirts. We sold the pants, and then the button ups that we did, we sold a few of those. So we still have those left in the store. But all the t-shirts, we sold every one of them at the art trail.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then we did, so I wanted to give people the option to get them if they weren't going to make the art trail. So we did from 10 to 12 online, claim your size. And then the rest was from 6 to 9.
Never mind, Mom. You messed up. You don't get one. It's just name of the game. Dude, I'm going to start telling people I sold out. See what happens.
It might work.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, and then
Fuck.
people were like, "Oh man, you sold out! Like, you got any more?"
Fucking supply and demand, dude.
But
Yeah.
we might run it back. I'm not sure.
You might as well.
I'll
You
kind
should.
of put some feelers out and just say, hey, put it online and say if you want to order one, then we'll have it printed within a week.
I feel like that's kind of what got me busy, like when I was like first like coming back from COVID, like trying to get like my books filled again. Like I would be like, oh, I only have a few spots for this Saturday, because I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, it's like not booked at all. So I was like, okay, let me get online, and I was like, I only have a couple spots. People just started getting in my inbox, and then once I booked that day, I had a post that it was booked. Well, what about next Saturday? What about next month? And so that just, and now she's 6 weeks booked out. But I think that works.
It's like a thing. I don't know. People
And you're
they feel
technically
like they're
not
missing out on
lying.
something.
It worked with you because actually I was like, I need somebody to come on the pod, and you hit me up. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does fucking work. Never mind. Yeah.
So everything you do is like, no, I'm sorry, bro, we don't got any more.
Hustling,
time.
hustling.
I'm gonna have to cut that part out. You guys don't need to know about that. But fuck, dude. Yeah, can you? So speaking of all of this, these brands, you just like, how would you, in your words, describe that sort of style? The aesthetic. What is it?
I think it's like I called mine culture pack. So like the everything that we came out with was like a culture pack, and it pays homage to like where you grew up. So I would say like it's not an aesthetic, because you're not trying to be something or trying to portray something that you know nothing about. It's just like things that you see when you grew up, and things that you thought that were cool, and now you just really want to pay homage to those things. So what I called ours was culture pack. So I think it's a cultural thing, and you kind of wouldn't know unless you've seen those things. And you can see those things in like the lowriders and like the Virgin Mary and like all those things. But if you kind of didn't grow up seeing that when you were little, or if like you didn't wear those like flea market T-shirts, then you may not fully like kind of get it. You're like, it's a cool color way of the T-shirt, but I don't really understand like what it is you're trying to portray. So that's why I kind of got everybody that fit within that, like the lowriders and the Impala.
Pretty Latina girls.
That too.
Oh.
But
Dude, Liz killed it.
yeah, she did really well.
Killed it.
But that's why I picked the people that I picked, because they fit exactly what I was going for.
Would you ever drive a lowrider? Well, like a car like that?
I like Jeremy's Impala, that 62 Impala.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
I want to. Sorry, Jen. I want an El Camino so bad.
El Caminos are.
God,
Yeah,
now.
I want an El Camino. I have a Cutlass, 86 Cutlass.
Oh, nice.
It's not it's more like I'm gonna keep it stock, so it's not like a lowrider. But you can turn those kind of cars into a lowrider. But El Camino, man, if I can get an El Camino afterwards, then that'd be dope.
Lowrider's just hard to maintenance. That's the thing. Because when my dad got his El Camino, it was a lowrider at first, but he built it back to classic. But in the back of the bed, there was like 20 car batteries. That's how.
Yeah, my uncle does that shit. I've seen it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then think about how heavy one car battery is, and you got all these pumps, all these batteries. It probably puts a lot of wear and tear on the suspension and stuff. So I guess it's like they're just like Sunday cruisers.
Yeah, I didn't even think like that's just a cool way to express yourself in your car. Like the Mexicans doing that shit.
There's some people that pour in so much money to vehicles, like a lot. Like those cars, I couldn't even tell you how much all that stuff is. Just the maintenance and the paint jobs alone. Mm-hmm. You know, paint jobs run you a cheap paint job is like $5,000. A good one is probably $15,000.
Yeah, especially like I've seen some badass ones where it's like the hood is, you know, the Virgin Mary. You know, just
or like once you start counting in like pinstriping and stuff.
I'm
like
gonna open
that.
this garage. It's hot.
yeah.
Is Nacho even in here?
No.
Oh my god. No, growing up, my dad had a Chevy, like just like I guess it was like a Silverado. It was like a candy apple red. It was a single cab. And then after he had that, he had this like royal blue Impala that he like restored. And then he ended up giving it to my brother, who totaled it. I don't know how you total an El Camino, but he did. And now, like
what year?
It was a 68, I believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and my brother.
Yeah, because my dad has a 59 black one, and those are the rarest of the El
59.
Caminos.
Oh, El Camino.
Those are the first ever El Caminos that came out.
My father-in-law had a 67 SS.
Okay.
Fully restored, and he traded it in for a 2006 Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish he would have kept the El Camino.
Yeah, the El Caminos too, like the OG ones, like late 50s, early 60s, they're Impalas basically. Mm-hmm. And then you get to I guess they were all Impalas throughout the mid 60s, and then the late 60s they were basically Chevelles.
Yeah.
So like 69, 70, 71 El Caminos, they're great because it's basically a Chevelle that's a truck.
Yeah.
And then the 80s, you get into the Monte Carlos. I like the 80 Monte Carlos. After that, I'm like, eh.
Yeah. Monte Carlo builds are so weird, especially the ones from like the late 90s, 2000s.
So easy,
yeah. Do I?
Such a weird build.
If you had to pick a piece of clothing that's your favorite to wear, well, like shirt, pant, what is your favorite one?
Like for my stuff?
Just for you personally, like what you wear.
It's just a good t-shirt.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
I think so.
You get like a good t-shirt and you wash it a bunch of times and it just fits like no other kind of t-shirt. Then it's like it just becomes like in your rotation all the time, you know?
You constantly wash your shirts?
I do. I wash and dry mine. So
we went to Vegas and I was like, I'm just weird about that shit. So I was like, man, I gotta wash my favorite shirt. I'd never washed it. It's from the 80s. I was like, fuck. Well, I guess I gotta wash this one. I hate washing my shirts and my jackets. They're all fucking dirty. And
well, the jackets is different. Like jackets, like a jean jacket or something, like a leather jacket, you probably don't wash that. But t-shirts, like you wash it a bunch and it kind of has like a fade to it, you know? That's really the only way you get that. Like
the one you gave me, I have never washed it.
No?
No.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
My goal by the end of this summer is to fit the Hella Soft shirt again, because I wore it and then when I finally washed it, it like shrunk, so it's like a size smaller. Shit. So that's why I don't wear it, because it doesn't fit me right now.
It's fine. But then in the summer we'll have a new design for Fools and Ghouls.
Yeah, true.
So.
Oh yeah, you did that one, huh?
Mm-hmm. The gray one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
sold
just,
out of those.
Yeah, because like on top of that too, like I could wear 3X, but I always get 4X because, you know, I just have big shoulders.
Yeah, you want to account for like the little bit of shrinkage and stuff too. So,
and I want to say those were Gildan. The ones that we printed with through Josh were Comfort Colors.
Yeah.
So they have like a little bit more like of a weight to them, and they age really nicely. I love my Comfort Color shirts that I have.
Do you ever get like those T-shirts from like, I don't know, like comic book stores or like Hastings where they rub on your nipples.
What?
I know
You know what I'm talking
Yes, I
about?
do.
There's some shirts that
I
like
hate that
hurt.
shit.
I'm like, ugh.
No, I know.
Like
Think
real-
about The Office when that one guy goes running and his
He's
like nipples are
chafing.
bleeding.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's shirts out there that they'll rough up your nipples.
Just really cheap ones, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is it getting expensive? Like materials? Just raw shirts or whatever the fuck, like raw prints.
T-shirts have kind of kept their price, but like the things that I use to make the T-shirts have gone up pretty, 20%, 15%.
Things biting.
Yeah. Ink and screens and things like that. Just stuff that I use like on a regular. Like that stuff is pretty. It's gone up. But also I use it more. Like I'm busier, so I really don't know if it's like more expensive that I'm just using more stuff, or like I need to buy more frequently, or it is. But it is more expensive. Like a gallon of ink used to be like $65, and now it's like $89.99.
So how much will a gallon last you?
If I'm really busy, it'll probably last me like a month and a half.
Oh, well,
It's not too bad.
I thought it was gonna be quicker, man.
Yeah, and most like everybody wants white ink or black ink. So those are the two that I like keep in rotation all the time. Like the colored stuff, that lasts me a lot longer. But
Is there an ink out there that you wouldn't recommend?
there's some cheap stuff, like some really cheap stuff.
Well,
like
I'm sorry, that was like the color. Is there a color that fades quickly or no? Just
No.
the quality of it.
Yeah, like if you screen print right and you do it correctly, like the ink will far outlast the T-shirt. You know, so like that's when like the vintage T-shirts that like you can buy at like the Easy Money or Rock Cities, like all those vintage T-shirts, they're all screen printed. That's why they hold up so well. You know.
What were those new? Was it you that has like the sweat ink or something?
Yeah, I did that today.
What is that? That's so cool.
So it's invisible ink, and it's sweat activated. So when you sweat or you put water on the T-shirt, like that's when the logo appears.
Fuck, that's cool, dude. I had to do that.
Yeah,
Somebody with, like a workout T-shirt. Is that what they did?
yeah. We're gonna try to do them for Cooper High School. So like for their 2-a-days.
Yeah, boo. I'm just kidding. That's awesome, man. I didn't even,
Yeah,
like-
man. So hopefully they like them. They'll order. We'll see.
I'm trying to think of like, I had an idea for a hat. Tell me if this would work. It was like what was my idea? It was like a glow in the dark ink hat. You remember we were at Black Flag and I said that's a really cool. Did I tell you guys about this, or am I just fucking thinking in my head? It was like a hat, like it looked white, and then in the dark it was fucking neon colors and shit.
Yeah.
Is that something possible?
Was
Yeah.
it
Do
not?
that?
Was it not the black light that you were seeing?
Yeah, but when the black light was on the hat,
Oh.
it made it come out.
There's UV stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's UV ink, but I don't know how to work on a hat. You can do it on a T-shirt for sure.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about doing a Halloween shirt.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
I look crazy right now because I thought I told them about it, but I didn't. I guess. I don't know.
Like the
He dreamed
UV tattoos.
Do you have any tattoos?
Oh,
A lot or a little?
like 8 or 9.
I don't know. I pictured you as being inked up underneath there.
I got some stuff, my chest and my stomach, and but like you can't. I mean, more than this, you can't really tell. I got my kneecap done.
Ching out. Did that hurt?
It actually wasn't too bad.
So Jen's been lying to us this whole
Yeah.
time.
But they did
I was
they did
actively
do
passing.
a white outline on it, and that was rough. Like that part of it, like the very end, the tail end, like the last 45 minutes of it was pretty tough.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get because last time you came out, you were just kind of telling us about like the business and who you are. Now I'm like, you're a father, you're married, you got kids, very busy. Is he coming out?
Yeah.
I'm sure you ain't been on the pod in a while.
Yeah, because I think I had asked him, what's his name? He's like, Nacho. I was like, hey, guys, it's Nacho.
He's our mascot.
I have a pit bull that's 11, 12.
Dang.
I'm kind of dreading the
Yeah, let's not talk about that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think about that.
close, man. He's cutting it close.
Is he starting to like slow down?
He's not himself anymore. He's like
Oh,
real
come
rambunctious when he was puppy, and like real aggressive with like everything. and now he's just like kind of the old man.
Is he grumpy?
Not to us, but to the other dog. We have two, and one's like she's way younger than him, but he's real grumpy with her, and I'm dreading the day that we go back there and feed him. He's not awake anymore.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm hoping that's what happens with him. He just goes in and sleep. That's the best thing for me. Not like I have to take him to the vet.
Or have to go take him to
I do not want to do that. That's what I'm like, dude, just
tough.
go.
Well, then you get like the opportunity to like make his last day like pretty special.
Well, you know what? We had a scare with him not too long ago, so now every day is like, I guess he could be gone
like
tomorrow.
that dog sensed how special he felt that day, and he was like, I'm
gonna stick around a little bit longer.
It was like literally the beginning of the year, and Roy calls me, and he's like, I think today's the day. Like he couldn't stand, he couldn't walk, like it was bad. So his mom makes the appointment for the end of the day. So Roy comes home early from work, and we're all just kind of sitting, and he does not look well. So I was just like, well, just hold him until it's time. That's all you can do. And I was almost hoping that maybe he'll die before the appointment. You know what I mean? Because that's an awful thing to do.
I did not want to do that.
And I was like thinking, maybe he'll just go into sleep before the appointment. No, this dog, about an hour before the appointment, gets a second wind, eats, drinks, walks a straight line. It was fine.
Yeah, because I got up off the couch and like, all right, let's see if he can walk. And sure enough, fucker just starts moving around. So if anybody who listens to this podcast avidly, like, you'll notice a shift from no dog to dog pretty quick. That was when it happened. Like the next day we had him, he started coming in the garage during the podcast.
Now he'll like cry for Roy, or he just wants to be right next to Roy because Roy spoiled him so much that day.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around for a couple more years.
Oh, you do love me.
Yeah, you said he's 12, your dog? That's pretty old for one of those dogs,
12 for a pit bull. Yeah, they might be like 9 or 10 is pushing it for them. So, and we've had him for a while. So, I don't know, man.
Have you had him since he was a baby?
We got him when he was like, they shouldn't even sold him to us. So we got him when he was like 4 weeks old, 5 weeks old. So he was like really small.
Damn.
But he stuck around.
Yeah.
We had a bulldog that lived to be 13.
That's really old for bulldogs.
Especially for a bulldog.
Like, I would not recommend anybody buy a bulldog. They're so expensive, like with their vet trips and like their breathing and stuff and heart attacks.
Bradley's got two of them.
Know.
Shout out to Oakley in Georgia.
Yeah, when the one that was 13 passed away, it happened on Easter Sunday. And I remember my dad had said, "Hey, do me a favor, go take out, the dogs in the back." I go over there and she's just gone. She's just there. And I was like, "Fuck!" It was Easter Sunday. We had family that came in. We had family that came, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything to my dad until later. Well, then my dad just walked out. I was like, "Hey, how's the dogs?" And I was like, "Fuck." It's like, well, I mean, and I broke it to him. And then my dad goes, he's crying because he loved that dog to death. And he goes and like lays next to her and just petting her. And then we have
your dad's like, Easter's over. It's time to go home.
well, and what had happened, because at the time we had 2 white bulldogs, different ones than the 2 that we have now. The one that passed away, her name was Berta. The other one we had was Babs. So my dad's just like having a moment with her, and then Babs comes in, gets between them, and then like pretends to be dead.
Jesus!
Like my dad was like, "Get over there!"
These fucking dogs, I tell you, man. They really do something to you.
Was she sick, or was she just old age?
She was just
probably
old.
just went in her sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, then
I hope that's how you go, buddy.
Then the other one we had, Babs, she died because she had a tumor in her stomach, so
I had to go put her down.
All right, let's get off the dead dog talk. God damn, you guys.
We'll make I'm just kidding. We'll make the merch.
Bro, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that.
Did he get a haircut?
Nah.
Why does he look like his?
You're just gonna do like an exclusive like snake pit nacho drop.
I have an idea for a promo for my live podcast. He's gonna be in it. It's gonna be cool.
I was running some ideas by Jen, and I'm not sure if she told you.
I did.
It'll be dope.
Yeah, we can talk about it after this.
Yeah.
Just be there June 22nd.
How many people do you normally expect? Like, what's your rough estimate? Like 30, 50?
Well, I was expecting that, but fucking Kevin Gates and
Oh,
Big X
that's the same
that
the same
day. And I was like, God damn.
Oh, Big
Wilson.
X is coming too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Slim Doug. But
Oh, yeah.
my thought, no disrespect to anybody listening, is the people that were gonna go to that weren't gonna come or weren't gonna come to my live show anyway. So
Yeah.
Where's Jen?
That's too,
I'm like, I'll be right there in 2 hours.
you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like if they were gonna go to that, they weren't gonna come to mine. So, but yeah, probably we had like what 30 people last time.
29 minus me. I'm just kidding.
She's gonna be fired after that. It's mandatory for them. But
Hey, I'm gonna have to call in sick.
I'd be so goddamn mad.
Move it. I'm just kidding.
What day is it on?
Saturday.
Saturday, June 22nd.
So how does that work? Do you guys rent out the studio?
No, that's the thing. They're letting us use it.
No
That's
way.
why I'm like, I was like, give me a day because they're gonna be very busy. So I don't even know if I can move it. So
How do you get that plug? Like you just
He's
just,
our
you just know the
homie.
guys.
Yeah, it's at the cast studio where she did Fools and Ghouls, and
And is that ran by like is that a tech thing or is that like a First Friday Art Show thing?
It's through CASP.
no, Luca. I
What?
think they own it.
CASP owns
Luca
CASP?
Luca owns the cast.
It's, well, Dave Clayton's one who oversees the 806 Collective, which is Studio C.
Mm.
And then Chase, the guy that I did the shirts with, he's the one who books and schedules.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
the one that gave us.
So they're like the guy that you came into the shop with. He's employed by.
Well,
them.
he's a studio member there, so he just kind of does all this stuff, and that's where we do our movie nights at. That's where I did Fools and Ghouls at. And I want to say, like, if you want to, you can host something there. There's
Yeah.
just like a little fee, just so you can cover just expenses
And
for
you can
cleaning
just
it
pick
and
that up
clearing it
whenever.
out.
I mean, you can do that just whenever, like whatever date that you say, like, hey, I want to do.
If they're
July-
open,
July,
yeah, or
whatever.
they'll probably give you dates.
We can
like,
get
this
you
is
in
what
on
we
with
have.
them if you want.
Oh man, that'd be really cool.
We'll get you in with them because you'd be good over there.
And they're all about they are locals themselves, and they see, you know what I mean, like the benefit of like working together with other local people, and they're great people, very professional. We wouldn't have stuck with them as long as we have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'd be
They're
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, we've been getting drunk with them a lot, so they've become our boys pretty much.
Yeah.
We can watch Star Wars with them. They're the
He's
homies.
died.
They're the homies. So yeah, if you want to get to, I know you don't drink, but we can get
That'd be-
together with them.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool, man. That's really cool that they gave you the spot, like for the to do whatever.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Are you like doing tickets or like
Well,
you
if
got to
you-
pay to get
well,
in or?
If we're gonna talk, if you're gonna be there doing what you're gonna do, and I want to have some other people doing shit, yeah, we're gonna probably charge people.
You'll have announced it probably by the time
I've already
this
been
drops.
announcing it, but
Yeah.
I haven't really given details. But if it goes the way I kind of have it in my head going, yeah, we're gonna charge people. It only makes sense now.
And then it would be you. So live podcast means like you're gonna get like a comedian involved, or because I want to say that you said I seen you post something. It was like, who are your top comedians that you would like to see at a live podcast?
Yeah, I want them there. I want about 4 or 5 of them there to do something.
You watch Kill Tony?
That's exactly pretty much what it would be.
Yeah.
I initially had thought of roast, but I saw the Tom Brady roast and I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. But like Kill Tony. So
Yeah, that'd be better.
yeah,
I'd
because
say.
I don't want to get.
Well, then
roasted.
also like you're worried about like if you do a roast, it's like somebody gets up there that's not really funny and then kind of lose the crowd.
That's what they've all
You
been
know?
telling me. They're like, I'm good, but I don't think I can roast you. I'm like, all right, well then we won't do that.
Comedy is like a whole nother thing, man. Like if
I'll roast
you can be funny just with your boys, but like when you give you a mic and say, okay, be funny for 10 minutes, like that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I think it'd be more like showcase your talent. So we might have more than just comedians come and showcase their talent, and we'll make fun of them.
That'd be cool.
And then, well, since it's a Saturday, and you might be involved, and a few others, like I might make it a whole day, or not a whole day, but
Like a good amount of time.
about 5 or 6 hours of debauchery. But I'm not gonna get drunk this time. I say that. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But no, I have to be in. No, because I want to. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so I want to make it like a whole day. And if you do that,
I think it'd be cool, man.
If
I
you
think,
did like your thing,
yeah.
you could do for me, and then like maybe some other people.
Yeah. And then even if, I mean, just who we have lined up, everybody has their particular style of what they want to run, and then we run it with the mobile print cart.
There we go.
That'll be dope. that's my whole that's my whole idea behind this whole thing, was just try to get involved as many things as we can, and like make it beneficial for the people that are hosting the events, you know, not just me. Like I have my own merch at the store, you know what I mean? That's not necessarily what this is for. It's just kind of to get people engaged and say, I printed this while I was there. You kind of leave with a memento, and it's like, I made this. So, you know what I mean? So it has a whole different aspect to it.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. Once you told me about it, I was like,
That'd be really cool.
hell yeah. Yeah, but that's June 22nd for anybody listening. You guys better be there. This podcast will definitely be out before then, hopefully. I've been late on my podcast. I got podcasts from fucking April that I haven't dropped.
It's not bad.
Is that? That's all right.
Last month.
You've been like more behind.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Time just going by so fast, man. Things are so busy. Like
It's
once
terrible.
you hit the summer months, like it's just rapid fast. Everything, people need stuff. Everybody's just moving so fast. There's so many like pop-ups and so many events that are going on. It's really hard to keep up with.
you think you'll say like even more busy with summer?
Way busier.
Way
in summer.
busier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody does their events in the summertime. They kind of wait for the warm weather. So it's like all the soccer clubs and the football teams, and hey, I want to do a merch drop for summer, and hey, my roofers need work shirts, or you know what I mean. So summer times are like, that is the busy months.
I didn't even think about that. Like all the events that are gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So and it's just like there's so many people that they can go through. Like there's a lot of people, and that just kind of shows like how much there is to go around, because there's enough for everybody. Like I stay busy like all day, every day, all week. You know.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like I know like 4 or 5 people doing what you do, and it's
And everybody's busy
constantly
And
just putting
cool.
shit out.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man. Damn. I'm excited now to have you involved in this.
It'd be really cool. I got like some ideas I'll run past you and run by you, and
Yeah.
we'll kind of do like a grunge band, like 80s style kind of t-shirt, something print, and have some artists like design it. It'd be dope.
We gotta keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
We're saying too much. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Well, yeah. Before Nacho rudely interrupted me, I was gonna ask you. Yeah, you're a very busy man, but is there other things you like to do outside of like your normal routine?
Man, when I get a chance, I'll go play basketball. I'll just try to keep up with that. I tell myself I'm going to stop playing basketball and not go anymore, because I'm just like, but then like I go and I feel like I'm still like 25, 22. So like I can give it a couple more years. I won't hang them up just yet.
Where do you go?
We've been renting out the courts on Sundays at Sun and Fun, so the YWCA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have a really good friend that actually runs that place. So if we ever need a court, he's like, hey, the court's yours whenever you need it.
Is that a pretty nice facility?
It's really nice.
That's that new building they
It's
built?
on Indiana, like 60-something in Indiana. They got like a pool outside. They got weights. They got gym. They got everything in that building.
Hell yeah.
They even got like cooking stations. Like live chef goes and shows you how to prepare meals and stuff. They have everything in that building.
What?
Yeah.
What do you got? The heck? Probably the cats.
There's a fucking cat over there. Scared the shit out of me, dude.
What do your vacations look like? Like what's your typical
Fucking
getaway?
dumb dog.
Man, before the kids, we used to take like really nice vacations, and now it's really hard to leave them somewhere for 3-4 days. But like before the kids, we went to Hawaii a couple of times. We went to Seattle, Las Vegas, Florida. But it's like vacation is like 5-6 days, and it's really tough to get somebody to watch 2 kids for 5-6 days.
And if we have kids, we better
You get
we
all
better keep doing our thing before we fucking have kids.
yeah, dude. Like that's if
We gotta go to Europe
If I
before
had
then.
any advice, get all the vacations that you can before you have kids, because once you have kids, like it's really like your vacation becomes like going to Abilene Zoo. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good enough for them, though, right?
Yeah, no, it's cool for the kids, but like our vacations are like, hey, we're gonna go to Hawaii for 5-6 days. You know?
Yeah, I get
and
you.
that's really hard to swing now. When they get a little bit older, you know, we'll pick back up, but also like those style vacations kind of set everything else up for like, this is not that cool, you know, when you go somewhere else.
The Abilene Zoo, is that cool?
I don't know, we haven't been yet.
Oh, oh shit. I don't know, man. I feel
But
like
we would always go, like, I love watching football, so, like, my team is the Packers, so we would go to, like, when we went to Seattle on, like, a Thursday, and we stayed until whatever day the game was, watched the game, and then came back the next day. So we used it as, like, see the city and then go watch a football game.
You know, I have much respect for you. I consider you a good friend. What the hell's wrong with you? What do you mean Packers?
Yeah, man.
What the fuck? You and Bradley, what the fuck is
You're a
wrong
Packers
with
fan?
I mean,
I consider myself a Packers
I get
fan.
why he is. Do you have a good reason why you are?
Man, I grew up a Packers fan. Like, my stepdad's a Packers fan, and, like,
Is he from Green Bay?
No, so here's the story. So he was from Idalou, and Idalou's colors are green and yellow. So he
Doesn't
picked
count.
the Packers, and then he just stuck with them. But they're a good team, man. If you're a Cowboys fan, I understand why. Like, I mean, I don't understand why you're a Cowboys fan. I understand why you don't like the Packers. If you're a Cowboys fan.
No. It's not even that. It's like we're Texas boys.
Yeah,
Fucking
but
like Houston for all I give a fuck.
No, Houston is barely making a name for themselves since
They're gonna be good this year.
they're
but
going to be good this year. I like their quarterback.
I like the Packers because of Rodgers. I did, but being like that, I just don't get it. Different philosophies.
Apparently, they've been trying to get the Oilers shit back, but Tennessee won't let them.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Yeah.
And
If
it's
they
kinda
were
like-
still Houston, like that fan base is, like there would still be a strong fan base. But Houston, I mean, they've only been around since like what 2002, the Texans.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ain't know what
like-
the fuck either.
they're barely coming to. Like, they just got a good quarterback, so they'll be all right.
I like
this
the
year.
kid.
Yeah, he's really good. So CJ Stroud.
Hey, they made it farther in the playoffs than what the Cowboys have. So
The Cowboys lost to who in the playoffs? Packers.
Hey, come on now, man. I ain't no diehard Cowboy fan
And that's
like
because
these
there
other
there
Mexicans.
was a one seed to like what?
it just sucks
seven
that
seed?
Green Bay always fucking loses.
Well,
to
we
the
always
49ers.
Being a Packers fan the past since I couldn't tell you. It's you lose the big games and we haven't won anything yet. So
Well,
I mean, I don't have no reason.
Speaking of like vacations before kids, I have like an idea of visiting historic stadiums, and Lambeau's definitely one of them I want to go to.
It was really cool. So like so picture Legoland, right? And just put an NFL sized stadium in the middle of Legoland.
I've seen like right across the street is residential.
So yeah,
right?
so when we went to a Monday night game, and the game didn't start till like 7. So all the houses around the game, or around the stadium, they all rent out their yards, either front yard or backyard. Nobody has fences, and you just pull up and you pay for your parking spot. It's like $45. So you get the car spot, and then you get a tail, like the car spot behind you. And we went to the store. We bought a barbecue grill, and we grilled out like all day. And then we literally walked right across the street to the game.
That's pretty cool.
That was cool.
Damn.
And they don't have an owner too.
City owns it, right?
Yeah.
Well, like you can get a certificate if you want to pay like a couple $100 and say you're part owner, but it's just really just a certificate. It's kind of dumb.
Nah, I think that's kind of cool, actually. I don't know, man. That'd be pretty sick.
You can just print your own.
Where's Green Bay at? In Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Huh, I've never been up there.
But the majority of people that probably go to those games are probably all from Milwaukee, right?
Well, when we went, we played the Giants, and there was a pretty decent sized amount of like New York fans. Like they brought like a Greyhound, like, and tailgated out of that. And like those Giants fans are pretty serious about going and watching them play.
No.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but it was cool, man. I recommend it. I've been to the Cowboy Stadium a couple times. That's a nice stadium.
I have still yet to go to that stadium.
First time I went was last year with Metallica.
Yeah.
Pretty badass. That screen's pretty big.
It's pretty. That there's not a bad seat if you're looking at the screen. You know.
Yeah, when we went to Vegas, I wanted to go to Sphere so bad, but Jen's got vertigo or something, so we couldn't go.
You guys-
That would have been cool.
No, you guys could have easily gone without me.
No,
I would have
I would've
loved.
felt-
I would have
Okay,
loved
he
a few
blames-
hours of solitude.
I would have felt
No disrespect,
bad.
you know what I mean? Like I would have been like, yeah, go do that. We'll go shop or something.
You know what I'm
hell-
talking about, right? The Sphere?
Yeah, yeah.
We took the monorail and we drove right by it. It was fucking cool as fuck just driving by it.
I mean, hell, that was.
I get vertigo really bad, so I just
She got vertigo at
I
the
got
Grand
vertigo
Canyon.
at Beyonce. I got vertigo at the Grand Canyon.
What's the coolest place you ever been to?
Uh,
Hawaii seems pretty sick.
Hawaii. Yeah, I'd probably say Hawaii. We went to Oahu.
I'm gonna pretend like I know where that's at.
Yeah, it's just an island. Like there's.
Did you guys
like,
get to visit that little pig island?
I think that's Bahamas, maybe.
Okay.
Damn it, Jennifer.
I think. I'm not sure if I'm right on that.
No, they got wild pigs over there. You can hunt them.
Well, I wasn't saying that. There's a little island that is only inhabited by piggies.
Oh.
And so you can get dropped off there and you just play with the pigs. But recently this woman's leg fell off because she went to go play with the piggies and she had a fresh tattoo. She got a bacterial infection.
I thought you were going to say the pigs ate
fuck.
it.
Well,
They
that
will,
actually
won't they?
happened to somebody recently, like 2 years ago or something. Somebody was like eaten alive.
The pigs will eat you. Like, for real, for real.
They're wild animals out there.
Yeah, once I get a taste of blood.
Shit, they'll eat you out here. The hogs. Damn.
Hell, out here by Matador, we did a job because my dad does tile when I was working with him. We had to drive like 2 miles into a ranch. So there's hogs out there all the time. Hell, some of them hogs, like I swear, like driving up, I thought it was like a calf.
I have
That's how
a
huge they
friend that he has like some hound dogs and a couple pit bulls, and he'll go at night and hunt. I guess the ranchers like, hey, take out as many as you can, and like he videos it, and it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and those things are huge, like the size of this table, and those dogs are just going at them, and they're like biting them at the neck and like killing them and stuff. So it's crazy.
So you know how the way we went to Vegas, like when you picked me up, we went down that road to shallow water.
Mm-hmm.
There was a hog that was found out there.
Damn.
So it's like, damn, they're coming over
They're
here.
taking away all their land. They gotta go somewhere. Jesus. Where does your friend live?
Here.
Oh shit. He's around here.
Yeah. They just like contract him, I guess. I don't know. They're just like, hey man, if you want to hunt, you can come hunt on our land. Like there's some ranches around here, and he'll go out there really late at night, and they'll kill like a bunch
I ain't
of
gonna
them.
lie, that'd be pretty fun.
It goes like an AK, and it just unloads on these just huge boars, whatever you want to call them.
I heard they make good chorizo.
I don't know, man. I kind of want like the pink bacon, like the regular farm pigs. I don't know. I've never had that, but
Just what I heard. They make good chorizo. I don't know, but it'd be fun to hunt them motherfuckers. Big ass thing.
yeah. And they'll charge at you and stuff too. So I don't know.
Ooh.
Yo, fuck hog.
Those pigs out there in the Bahamas aren't that big though, are they? I've never seen the video.
I think they're just like little pigs. Little wild pigs. They're not boars.
Where is that place where those people like to dump their stupid fucking fruit in the water and eat it? You know what I'm talking about?
Isn't that like Barbados where Rihanna's from?
Oh, no disrespect to the queen, but yeah, that's gross as fuck.
Well, okay, because like she was like super pregnant, and she went back to like her motherland to go have her kid, and before she like had her baby, paparazzi caught her because like she's from out there, so she would dip her fruit in the salt water and eat it. But also, like, she grew up, like, ingesting stuff like that, so people started, like, doing touristing shit and being like, I'm dipping my fruit in my water like Rihanna. And it's like, you're going to get a bacterial infection.
Meanwhile, I'm pissing in that water.
Yeah.
Farting.
Yeah.
Butthole in there, man.
It's just
dude.
gross, but it's a thing. People will do that because Rihanna did it.
Well, hell, just even if it's like clean, I mean, animals that are in the ocean, like, you don't know what the hell.
No, that water is not clean. There's no clean.
No, but I'm saying, like, even if like you're in an area, like even like in the Bahamas where there's like the clear waters, like that shit's all fucking dirty.
Well, yeah.
Like,
What do you think
like,
we throw our fucking trash in?
like
dude?
fish
Jesus.
fish be shitting out there.
You're not on like
Thinking
X or
about
Twitter or anything, are you?
microorganisms.
No.
Nah, it's where I'm getting it from. But yeah, they just dump it in the water that their fucking asses in, and then they eat it.
You swim in Buffalo Lake?
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I should.
That's not much better. That's not much
I was
better.
about to tell the story. Never mind. I might have took a shit in that water before, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Boy.
I mean, hell, they float the river. Floating the river grosses me out.
Really?
Especially like when everyone's just
That
out
water's
there.
pretty clean.
Have you ever
though,
done
like-
that though?
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know, cause I opened my eyes in that water one time, and I was like, "Ooh, that was spooky."
I got a fucking when I first floated the river, I ended up getting a damn, what is it called, sty? Where it's like a zit
Nah, somebody
inside.
farted on your pillow, dude.
Nah, man, that Because like when you're going when like the whole river's like filled up and everyone's just drinking.
Oh yeah, well you have like 150 people like near you, so I mean the person in the front, if they peed, it's kind of
Oh shit!
it's
I'm
like trickling
pissing.
all
I'm
the way
shitting
back.
in that water too.
That's fucking gross.
I don't give a fuck, dude. It's their problem, man.
But that water chain is a little bit. I mean, it's pretty clean. I mean, other than floating the river with like all these people and there's
so fun doing
stuff.
that though.
Yeah.
You used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome, isn't it? I think I'm doing it this summer.
When we went, we did like there's a bus that would take you.
Yeah, man.
And then like the bus ride there was like really quiet, and the bus ride back was like it was like a nightclub.
Were you on the Camal or the Guadalupe?
It was near downtown Austin.
Oh,
So I don't know which river that is.
yeah, I don't either.
I think we did the San Marcos River.
That's where I went.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. It takes you like a 5-minute bus ride, and then the fucking 6-hour float.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's
and
weird.
then depending on like how fast the river is moving, they're like, all right, we'll pick you up at this location.
I remember when we went, we were floating, and a little farther down, everyone started screaming. Damn snake had like slithered through them.
I've only seen turtles. I've never seen a snake over there.
They're
I
out
can
there.
just imagine people screaming because like Roy
Fucking
shit is just like floating upriver.
You were there for 6 hours, drinking, eating, smoking.
There's like not spots you can get up.
No,
To
when,
get
no,
out.
Nah,
I
not
think once
really.
you get on there, there's no getting off. Like you got it.
Sometimes the edge of the river is like pretty
But-
rough with the trees, right?
Yeah, but sometimes though there's spots where you like I would test it. Like I would try to go down. You couldn't go down. It was so deep. So I was like, all right, well here's the place.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah,
When
Here's the place.
this is when it was deep. This is when it rained a lot.
how when we were talking about at the Grand Canyon, like what this used to be, when you said it was like the Colorado River, that's fucking terrifying to me to think that. All
it
that.
was basically an ocean.
But imagine swimming through that and then just knowing that's how deep that shit is. Like that terrifies
Maybe that's why
me.
I had a dream. I had a dream about doing that right after we went to the Grand Canyon. I was in deep water and I couldn't get out of it.
How long has it not been a river?
Million
For a
years.
million, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
well, you saw the stream of water, right? That's what's left. That's
this
it.
area here, this was all
Yeah, that's why the
ocean.
When you go to post, like you go down, that's what that was from.
yeah,
ocean.
because like they show like what a map supposedly what it looked like the ocean used to cross through Texas, like all this. That's why they say that's why when it rains a lot, it floods like crazy here. Yeah.
Well, don't rain anymore.
Well, we're some scientists, brother. We know a lot.
Yeah, listen to us. We get our information from
Joe Rogan.
Rogan, TikTok, and YouTube.
You listen to Rogies?
Oh yeah.
Did you listen to the one today?
Who was on there?
Mike Baker. No, I didn't listen to it either.
The last one I listened to was I don't remember, but it was like earlier this week.
Oh, Derek Poston.
No, I was actually listening to the UFC fighter.
Holloway.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I haven't finished it, but that's the one I was listening to.
You began in the UFC?
I don't watch it as much as I used to, but I did watch. I mean, I just seen his highlight clip when he pointed at the ground and knocked the dude out with 10
That was
seconds
awesome,
left.
wasn't it?
I did watch the Canelo fight, and then I watched the Ryan Garcia fight. I'd like to be more into boxing, but the fights just don't happen as often. So, but UFC is cool. I used to watch it all the time.
Did you used to get into fights when you were little?
Mm,
Younger?
in middle school, yeah, man. I don't know why. I got in like a bunch. Almost got expelled from school, but not anymore.
So you chilled out a lot
Yeah,
since then?
yeah.
What middle school did you go to?
I went to Atkins, and then I went to Monterey. I graduated from Monterey.
Were you quarterback?
I only played football for a year, but yes.
Epi was, Epi, right?
Mhm.
He was telling me something about you playing football or something. We were drunk as shit, and he was talking. I was like, "What are you saying?" Dude? I don't remember. But
He used to be on the basketball team, man. Believe it or not, and he's a little short. He used to throw them up, dude. To have like 20 points a game.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
He is short.
he's doing his thing with the shoe customization, man.
Did he design you those
Mm-hmm.
those Vans?
Yeah, the Vans and then the Air Force Ones.
Man, those were sick.
Yeah, those were nice, man. And he had them in the photo shoot and stuff, so it all came together.
Yeah, I saw those shoes. I was like, man, he's doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
Monterey.
What school did you go to?
Friendship.
Friendship.
Bitch.
How I went to Chick-fil-A earlier. These Lubbock High cheerleaders were holding up a sign. So like cookies for a cause to buy cookies. I was like, it's Lubbock High. Walking, drove right past. Yeah, can I get a sandwich?
Damn.
It is what it is.
Wait, how old are you?
33.
You plan on staying in Lubbock?
Yeah. We had maybe aspirations of leaving like a while back, but it never happened.
Are both of y'all's families here?
Mm-hmm.
How old are the kiddos?
2 years, 3 months.
Oh, I forgot the.
Yeah.
So they're a little ways from school, huh?
2 more years. I'm ready for. Well, I'm not ready for them to go to school. I'm ready to stop paying for daycare.
How long you been doing this for?
I've only been doing this full time for 7 months. Yeah. The last time I came on, I was still working at Verizon. I was still part time. And I had just moved down to part time in order to take on more stuff at the shop.
I remember that.
And I was like, okay, well, I'll at least go part time. But no, I've only been doing it. Well, I've been doing it for like 5 years, but I've only been doing it full time. Like this is the only thing that I do since October. October the 1st was like our official start date.
Are you happy you did it?
Oh yeah, it was the best thing I ever did.
And that's when you moved into the store?
Well, no, I was already at the store, but I hadn't gone like full blown, full time into it. Like I hadn't quit my job yet, none of that stuff. So I put in my resignation in September, and then I had 2 weeks. And then October 1st was like my last, or September the 30th, whatever, was like my last official day at Verizon. And then October the 1st was like our grand opening that Sunday. So then that was like when I was like, okay, this is the only thing that I'm doing.
It's been working out?
It's been working out great, man. I can't complain. I had no, I didn't know that it was going to be this busy, you know. If I'd have done it sooner, but I think I did it at the perfect time. I say like if I had done it sooner, I would have done it way sooner. But I think I waited for everything to kind of line up the way it was supposed to.
Was that like initial jump from quitting your job? Was that scary?
Man, that was scarier than having kids.
Oh shit!
Yeah, for me personally, because it's like this is your security, you know. Like that's like a guaranteed paycheck. Like no matter what you do, like if I got in trouble at work or if I was late or whatever, and you're still gonna get the same amount of money. You know what I mean? Like this is how I'm gonna pay my bills. And then when you go into something like 100% full time, you're like, man, I don't know if this is gonna work out. Like I just got to give it a try.
It's on you to find the business. It's on you to get it done. It's on you to fix any mistakes. It's on you to fix whatever is. You just have to.
Yeah.
And then also, it's like your income isn't guaranteed, so you just have to make it work.
Yeah. And then like the days that you don't want to do anything, like it doesn't matter. You still have to. Like
you have an order, so you have to. You have a deadline.
You know.
Yeah.
But it's the best decision I ever made. Hardest decision I ever made. Best decision I ever made. And it's still, I mean, we're not even a year into being, 100% full time. So we'll see what else we got going and what else we can kind of start doing in order to grow the business.
That's awesome.
You hear that, dumb dog?
Yeah, because technically, I have a second job because I'm a teacher, but I work for this guy who lives in Denton, and he runs a social media like business. Pretty much what he does is he goes to these businesses, like RV dealerships, motorcycle dealerships, just septic, like businesses, that kind of thing. So technically what I do is like they do a post and I post it on Google and I get paid for it. But he also does it where, because since I work as a teaching job, I just do the social media and I just post. But if he tells me like if I ever want to, if I could go full time, I go like do cold calls where I go to businesses and ask like what we offer.
Yeah.
But like even that, like sales just terrify me in general. Like it's just because like me working at the school, like yeah, like I teach, I do this, but like at the end of the month, it's guaranteed I get
you
paid
you already know what you're going to take home.
But like sales in general,
sales is That's what I was doing at Verizon was sales.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, sometimes the customers are just not there. You know what I mean? But also it's like your work ethic and like how much you're actually putting into it, and if you enjoy it. Like if you enjoy it and people genuinely feel like you're not trying to sell them something that they don't need, then I think it would do well.
Yeah.
I actually have a friend that does that.
Mm-hmm.
He does media marketing for like these huge corporations, and that's all he does.
Yeah.
It was a guy that started a business out of Midland, and I don't know the name of the business, but they go to like these multi-million-dollar businesses and they say, hey, we can post for you on social media, we can gain, customers for you, we can build your online website, we can anything that's pertaining to marketing, like they do it, and that company says, all right, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars, and we're gonna meet with you quarterly. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. That's pretty much the gist of what he does, and I think he does really well.
Yeah, because like for him, because he does it. So, but he said that there was, like 5 years ago, I guess when he quit his job, or it might have been longer than that, but he kind of lost everything for a moment, where he had to live in his truck for like a year. But then after that year, he got back into it. I was like, man, I mean, I guess that's just a sacrifice that you take, but
Yeah,
still, like that terrifies me. Like, just like, man, I couldn't imagine like living in my truck for a year.
yeah. That's just kind of like the gamble or the risk that you're willing to take in order to reap whatever rewards that are going to be there in the future.
Yes, sir. How much you want it? That's the way I see it.
That's kind of like the thing, like the reason why I want to do the live print stuff, like just like kind of not necessarily branch out, but like this is another aspect of what we can do in order to gain traction. You know what I mean? So just kind of think outside the box and always just stay on our toes and trying to see, okay, well, what's next and what else can we bring into the business?
Hell, this isn't even my full-time thing, but I'm with you, like trying to keep doing different things.
Yeah.
This will be 5 years doing this. It's like, how do I keep fucking...
Just kind of re-innovate it and just like, okay, let's bring in this aspect and let's bring in, and also bring in other people. Like that's one thing that I've learned in the past, 2 years of kind of like doing this, and then the year of doing this full time is just bring in people that have common goals and interests, and saying, hey, how can I bring you into this business, and how can we collaborate on things? And the people that they know will also network with you, and it's just like a whole team,
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Trying to find people on the same wavelength as you.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
It is. We had a few people that didn't necessarily work out with what we were trying to do, and they phase themselves off, but like people will come to you, like whenever they know that you're serious about what it is that you do, they'll say, hey, I want to like collaborate with you, and then you'll kind of build a partnership with them.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's take a break. I'm gonna put this dog on a leash so we can open this garage because I'm burning up in here.
In the summer before, like in vehicles.
Hey, how many beers do you have? I don't want to drink all of them, but I do want another one.
Can you hand that to him? Please, I think. But we're going this year, so hopefully it's not too hot.
That's all I had. It wasn't too bad in fucking Vegas.
No, it was good. The night before, it was rainy and cold. Jen was not a fan, but I was like, I'm in heaven.
It was cold, actually.
The only time I've been to Vegas twice, but both times we went in like November, October, so the weather's not bad. It's like,
yeah, I bet it's good at that time.
Yeah, it's like warm in the day, like kind of 70-ish, and then it gets pretty cold at night. But
hell, the last time, because we went to Vegas this time, but the one before that time, it was like 105. Eesh. It was like hot. And we're out there walking in the strip in the middle of the day.
I want to go to their football stadium.
Yeah, that shit looks cool as fuck.
Go watch a Packers and Raiders game.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I can't wait till the A's, the A's stadium's built.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oakland A's moved to
moved to Vegas.
Dude,
that's right.
Their concept for that stadium is gonna be so sweet.
Are they keeping it like Oakland A's, like the same color and stuff?
I think so. I think that's the plan. They're just gonna be.
They usually do that. Just call them Vegas.
Who did they do that recently? Is the Raiders the most recent team?
Yeah, because they were Oakland. and then they're going to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Oakland A's, they're going to Vegas.
Everything's moving out of Oakland. You don't want to be
It's
in
too
Oakland.
dangerous.
Yeah,
Too
man.
dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Apparently, it's getting crazy over here too, man. I don't know. Did y'all see that one person was dead on the fucking?
They thought that
he got shot.
Yeah, no, they thought it was a hit and run, and then turned out he got shot. I think somebody probably shot him and then threw him out of their car.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. I try to be home at 10 o'clock. Don't be because our shop is pretty. You get some stragglers and stuff, but that side of town, like it's crazy at night.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like that because like sometimes we go out, we stay out late. Sometimes, I mean, hell, I was telling Roy that it was only like 9:30 maybe. My dad had to pull over on 19th where Gates Flooring Center is at. He just went in the parking lot and was just like he had to make a call real quick, and two dudes came in each corner. They were like, "Hey man, how much for that phone?" And my dad was like, "Not for sale." And then after he said that, they started to open the
man.
door, and he just took off.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It get pretty weird where you're at.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I go to the shop like really early, like 5:30, 6ish, and there's some you'll see some stuff, some people yelling at some buildings, some like just I mean you name it. But and the thing about it is like, and we got burglary bars and stuff on our building, so I'm not worried about anybody breaking into the store. But it's just like sometimes I'm there like pretty late, so I just try to like lock up, get in the car, take off.
Yeah, you just never know what people could do.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We're on the kind of like the west side of town, so it's not as bad.
Over here.
Yeah, this way towards that way.
Oh, is that where you live on the west side?
We technically we live in Lubbock, but we live in the first block of Lubbock. We're like the next block over is Wolford.
Oh,
Yeah.
you live by Brado.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting crazy. Is it getting crazy over there? Well, where you live, kind of. Huh?
Well, I mean, last year during 4th of July, I had someone I had someone over and we were just hanging out, but it was like the weekend before 4th of July, and then we just hear like, well, I thought were firecrackers because they were popping fireworks all night. Then we go outside. There's like 30 cops down the street. There was a drive-by shooting down where I was living on 26th and Upland.
Okay, so I live on 82nd.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like where I live, it's like that's the old neighborhood, but then like right across the street is new neighborhood. It's like I think 2020 they built like 1,000 new homes, so it's like really nice, but then the hood is hell over here. But for a while they just paved our road, but for a while it was like dead ass half like paved road, and then it was dirt road where our side of the house was. Luckily they finally paved it, so but it can still get crazy out there.
Yeah, we live by a like an old trailer park, and you can tell it's been there for like before Wolford was even like growing the way it is, and somebody got killed like last summer.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
There was something crazy that happened because like the area where we're at, a little down like where 19th is, there's like a trailer park over there. They had said it was on the news. Someone walked up to this trailer, lady answered the door, and they just shot her like that. Apparently it was, they say it was cartel related, but there's a lot of crazy shit.
There's a lot of
here.
stuff. So I have I printed shirts for some cops, and they have a motorcycle club, and I went to school with the guy, like the detective, and he's an undercover agent and a detective, and he does like patrol. So I think they have him do like a little bit of everything. But he was saying like there's like a lot of like cartel, a lot of like trafficking that goes through this area, and you don't really think about that. You kind of see stuff on TV and movies and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that stuff is like we're like dead center for all of that.
Well, and they don't report a lot of it too, because some of that I know she used to be a dispatcher for 911, and she had told me that in May Simmons, where Hell's Gates and the Lubbock Cemetery is at, they had found like, they had found someone dead out there, but it was cartel related because he still had on like a gold watch. nice suit. Nothing was taken, so it was just something went wrong. But on top of that too, it's like hell. I mean, I've told Roy. Roy gets on to me because he's like, you need to stop watching the news. But it just seems like there's always drive-by shootings now. Like hell, my uncle's house got hit twice. One in the day, and then they came back at night. And it was a wrong house. Whoever they were after, whoever gave them the address was the wrong house, and so
a lot of it's kids. Like
That's just crazy.
A lot of kids carry guns now. Like you can't. I don't know. Like 13, 14, 15, 16. You got to watch how you talk to them kids.
I just mind my business,
they're
man.
like, hey, listen here, old man. I'll shoot you.
Shit. Fuck.
yeah, there's a lot of that too with high school kids, all that macho bullshit.
Yeah, back in my high school, people used to get beat up real bad.
Yeah.
Now they just shoot you.
And I remember I was trying to leave Mexican OT back in December, and there were some kids fighting in the parking lot, and I heard, I'll fucking pop you. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was like, I have to get in my fucking car now because it's like, you can't trust them. Like, there's rational thinking, and there's just like, I know what'll fix it. And so, as soon as I heard
we left that same concert and we saw that fight. You know, violence is bad, but this guy was like, hey, Rattlesnake Roy. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude. He's like, hey, I fuck with your podcast. And I was like,
the dude that was fighting?
Nah, he was recording the fight. I was like, Bradley was like, let's go. And I was like,
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
That's your branch off, like live fights.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't trying to get involved.
Have
in
you
that
seen?
shit.
Man, it's not called backyard brawls. Like they have an octagon in some dude's backyard, and then they introduce the fighters, and then he's like, there's one guy that fights in like his Chili's uniform.
Oh shit! I've seen backyard brawls.
So he like gets off of work, and then he's like, hey bro, you got a fight scheduled today, and then they're commentating the whole thing. It's like UFC in somebody's backyard.
It's like the rapper of UFC, backyard UFC.
My buddy told me about there's that going on here.
Really?
Yeah, I can't speak too much about it, but yeah, it's going on.
First rule of Fight Club.
They won't get in trouble for that though, right? Because they're mutually agreeing. So like, hey, we're gonna fight.
Technically illegal because it's like not sanctioned.
And then what do you got to do to get a sanction? Like you got to be like a whole
that
thing.
Bullshit. But there's probably money involved in all of that, so that's when it gets like.
I think you have to go through the state and say it's like a boxing match, that kind of thing.
But then in Texas, isn't there a law like what's that law called? It's like
the draw,
mutual combat.
They say that, but I don't.
Like, hey, like if you're at a grocery store and you got a problem with somebody, it's like, hey, you wanted to have mutual combat, and if they agree,
let's see what two idiots test that law. I don't fucking know, man. That was crazy. That used to be legal. He could like just like duke it out with guns.
Yeah.
And the winner just go home. I don't know. That shit's crazy, man. That's why I tell Brad, like, get off the fucking news. I mean, it's real, it's happening, but I haven't yet to experience that. We go to like the same spots all the time, and I'm not saying shit can't pop off, but I think as long as you mind your business.
Yeah.
You don't want to die over words. That's just the dumbest thing ever.
And the thing is, it's just like bad shit's just going to be everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it also just, I mean, sometimes they're just very innocent casualties. You know what I mean? And then there are other things where it's just, some people are just in business they shouldn't be. They're involved in things they should not be. You know what I mean?
That and being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We knew someone that was at a bar. Some guy was causing trouble. He bumped into the person that we knew and started talking shit to him. I was like, forget you, man. I'm like, bye, I'm going home. Where he followed them outside and just shot him. Like, just for no fucking reason.
My cousin just died like that.
The stuff, like when we used to go out, I mean, I haven't went out in a while, but man, I've seen some stuff. Like just random nights, like you go out with friends. Like one time we went out and I parked. It was this old club, and I parked right in the front, parked right dead center, like right by the door. So I was like, this is a good parking spot. Nobody's gonna mess with my car. Nobody's gonna hit it. Nobody's gonna ding it. Whatever. Well then, like, they do last call or like 30 minutes before last call, and I go and I'm like, man, I'm gonna move my car. So I get my car and I move it to the very end of the parking lot. Well, then these guys start fighting inside the club, and it carries out outside. Well, his girl gets, they had like a Grand Marquise. She gets the Grand Marquise, and she's just running over, like, she ran over like 10 people. Like, just people are flying over cars.
Oh, shit.
And like running over, like hitting all the cars that are in that area. Like they were going like aisle to aisle, like just running over anybody that was there. And that same thing is like you just, I mean, you go out for it just to hang out with your friends, and then you end up getting ran over by somebody having a fight. You know.
Yeah, you want to hear something oogie spooky? It's kind of weird. It's kind of fucked up. So we did a podcast on Monday. Jim wasn't here, but his name's D, and he was at Cowpokes 2 weeks ago, and he said he saw a fight inside. Like people were like grabbing each other, and security was grabbing people, and he was like, "Well, I guess it's time to go." And they left, and they seen a man on the floor. I shouldn't be laughing at this. He seen a man on the floor, and he's like, "Dude, I think he's dead." Well, it turns out that was my fucking cousin that got shot because they were fucking acting a fool inside the Cowpoke. So
they shot him in there.
They shot him outside.
Oh, and then
but the guy we did a podcast with on Monday seen it. Like he had seen him dead on the floor, and he was like, you know, no disrespect to that guy. He's like, "Oh, that guy's dead." Well, yeah, he was actually dead. And that was my cousin.
That's nuts.
Getting shot. You know, it's like, it's fun. You know, you can have fun and shit, but acting a fool, man. I remember my granny used to say, "The devil comes out at midnight." And now I'm like, damn, that's fucking true as fuck.
Nothing good happens after midnight. Is my saying, man.
Nothing, dude.
But, I mean, you can go out to have a good time with your friends and whoever, but there's always people that are out there that are out there for, they're just out there for that. Like they just want, they're waiting to pick a fight. You know,
hotheads.
Yeah, it's getting nuts out here, man. But it's also a beautiful city.
Yeah, Lubbock's cool, man. I don't have any, like, people are like, Lubbock sucks, but it's just all who you hang out with and who you surround yourself with.
There you go, man. You're doing your thing.
You got like a good team behind you and good people, good circle. That's all that really matters.
And Lubbock only gets less suckier unless you just come out and see what your community's up to and you take part.
Yeah.
That's the only way Lubbock gets less shitty, honestly.
Especially when you go out and, like, I feel like the people that stay here are the ones that complain the most. But when you go out and travel, like, yeah, like LA is cool, Vegas is cool, like, you know, Denver's cool. Like, yeah, like there would be a cool day. Like, it'd be cool, like, if I moved out there. But sometimes, like, when you get out there and experience things, like when you experience these other little towns too, it's like, you know what? Lubbock ain't that bad.
It's really not. Like, it's the culture, like the culture behind Lubbock, and it's like I don't know if it's like a Southern thing or if it's like a Lubbock thing, but like when we went to the Packers game in Wisconsin, it's a weird dynamic. Like the culture is just very weird. Like, I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah, you notice it going west too. So.
Yeah, it's just different. Like it's different going west. It's different going north. Like people like in Lubbock, most people, they genuinely want to see you do well, want to help you in any way that they can help you. So it is what you make it.
For sure, man. Well, thanks for coming on here.
Yeah, man.
Humble Hustle. Where's the spot? What's the address?
1923 19th Street.
If you want to get your stuff printed, you want to check out Humble Hustle. You have a website?
TheHumbleHustle.com.
There you go, man. You got anything else for the people out there?
That's it, man. We got some, hopefully you'll see us on June the 22nd.
Yeah. You'll be out there.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff in the works.
Fuck yeah. Bradley?
Follow me at Bradley Noel Garcia at Lords of Film. Jen?
You know where to follow.
Patreon.com/SnakePit Studios. Check it out, people, man. Thanks again. We'll see y'all next time.